So boys and girls, welcome into today's video, and in the last video I made a crankshaft setup which is just over here, and this crankshaft setup has made me a fair amount of doubloons. I may have less than what I had in the last video, but you'll see why very shortly. And this crankshaft setup was able to unlock us the advanced assembler, which will be very helpful later on in a few videos down when I replace this setup right here. But in order to power this setup, I need a lot more power. And my 4 or 5 diesel generators are not making me enough. If we go to my batteries over here, I am indeed losing power. So I need to get a gas burner setup going, which is what I'll be making in today's video. So let's get straight into it. We're going to start off with the gas burner. And we're going to place that just about here. And what this does, it puts out hot water, which is very nice and very dandy. And what we need to do then is put a boiler on each side with 2 blocks gap, and you'll see why, hopefully see why, when I do it right this time. So we're going to place it there, and we're just going to place 5 on each side. Just like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to run the hot water. Actually, I need to do a 2 block gap. So please give me a second. So there we go, we've got a bigger gap down the middle. It's roughly in the middle in the line. And that's okay. So what we're going to do now is we are going to link all this up with pipe work, and what we're going to do first is this method right here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put it 1 block out because of the used water outlet, and I'm going to put the next one just here. Actually, I'm going to do a 4-way to save us on the building. Like so, and this one at the end here can be a 3-way, like that, just in case I add another one, and I can just expand from this line here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to link this bad boy up. Just like that, and we may as well just link it up there as well. And what we're going to do is then just link these up on this side real quickly. There we go. And to the keen eye, some of you might have noticed a cheeky little problem. I have blocked the out pipe. What am I going to do here? Well, don't you worry, I have the solution. We have left a 3 block gap right here. So we'll be able just to link them up in the center using an intersect pipe right here. However, I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I'm just going to get the hot water in, and then I'll worry about it. So now we have the hot water in, we need to magically put water into the system. And I'm just going to do a cheap method of just putting water pumps on each side and then just rolling them down, which is not too compact, but it is the easiest one that I can really understand. But beforehand, we need to get this used water out, or else the system will clog and not work. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to run a intersect pipe through this all here, and then have it dump out at the end here. So let me quickly go and do that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab the intersect pipes just now, and we're going to make sure blue is going up like that. And then while we're at it, we'll just link these blue pipes up and the red over, just so we don't forget about it later on. Just like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to run the freeways over these. That's a four-way. We'll run the freeways over these. And we have none at the bottom there, so we'll be fine. Just like that. So this will, or should be. There we go. We'll link these up while we're at it as well. Good practice. Just like that, and then we'll link up all the used water out pipes as well. Just like that. And what we need to do is now add the intersects onto these right here, and make sure that red is indeed the one coming through. Just like that. And what we can do now is change this pipe here to a turn, because this will obviously be the end of the system. I don't want to just accidentally mingle in if I mess up, so we'll do that, and we will add these in straights. Add this as a intersect right there, and we'll add this as a corner like so, with that coming out and this being a fluid dump. Actually, I add this as a freeway just so I can efficiently dump more into the ground. So now we have the used water out. We now need to get the water in. Well, actually, I need to link up the other ones first. Hold on. Just like that. There we go. And what we're going to do is I'm going to do sort of the same method, but what I'm going to do is start off with a corner, and I'm going to run the corner outwards like this on each and every one of these ones, like so, and same on this side over here, and then run a singular out pipe into there. I'm going to quickly go and look at it and make sure it's all flowing the right way. And there's music. Music. There we go. That's better. So now we have that all linked up. I'm going to build the turbines. And I'm going to be using large turbines for this build. You can do normal ones, but if you're building gas refineries, I'm assuming you already have them anyway. And what we do is we link up this here, and we're going to need a lot more intersects, and that's okay. So I'm building these directly in line so that I can just run a straight line into them and a 2-block gap like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to link these with 2s for now, even though they are going to have an intersect in them. Oh, I did 3 over here. That's fine. And then we'll just link it all up with a turn. Just like that. And what we'll do is we'll have these dumps coming at the top here, so we'll just quickly grab the dump there, and we'll have a dump feeding from directly at the edges of these like that. And what this will do is that means we can just run a straight line all the way up, which is brilliant. And what we're going to do is make sure that these are... Oh, I'm feeding this into the wrong one entirely. So I did a bit of a whoopsie daisies on my part, and I put the steam as the water out input. So I did it a bit backwards, but that's okay. We can just replace it again. So what we'll do is we'll do this. We can place it right next to them then, because that's how we've built this. Now it suddenly makes sense, you know. And there we go. We'll just make sure it's all placed in line, which it is. And we'll do the same for this over here as well, like so. And then we can just link these up like this. And then what we'll do with the water in is I'm just going to build it out just like this. Just like so. And what we'll do for the water out, which is I believe just excess water, is I'm literally going to feed it back into the system. So that's why I'm not too worried about trying to dispose of it anywhere. And the way we're going to feed it back into the system is as simple as this. And what we do is on these we are going to put another freeway just afterwards, like this. And we're going to have the water run up the system just like that, and we're going to make sure that these are running the right way. So the only one that needs consistent water is going to be this one, which it will get. And these ones are usually ones that lag behind because of the way the filling system works in this game. So having it all run down anyway means that when this generates steam, it's going to generate water down here for the boilers to then use in here to then recircle it, which means we use a lot less water. So we're going to replicate that on the other side. Just like so, and once again we're going to link it all up. And actually I've done this the wrong way around. I've done it upwards instead of downwards. Rookie mistake. There we go. And once again we're just going to make sure that these pipes are running the right way. And they do all appear to be. So now what we are going to do is we are now going to build the water system, and we're going to use pumps 2. I'm just going to use one on each side because I think more than that would be a bit overkill, and plus it's going to be filling while all the other stuff is doing its thing, so it gives it time to at least get a backlog. Just like that. And now what we can do is actually work on the tedious gas burner setup. So in order to make the gas burner setup work is we need coolant and we need refined gas. And to get the coolant we need a plant. Please ignore everything I said about this stupid plant. You don't need it, you need a water pump. I didn't figure this out until later, so please ignore every step I mentioned this plant right here and just replace it with a water feed. Many thankings guys, my bad. And we need the refined gas, which is not the LNG plant. Hold on, we need the gas refinery first, actually, before anything. And let me quickly rotate this, and we'll place it in line with this bad boy right here. And behind that we need the, so I'm actually a buffoon, some might say a fool even, and I built this a little bit too wham. And what I mean by too wham was I built it too far out, and we don't need an LNG plant. What we need to do though is just make sure that these are close by together like so, and that'll be good enough for me. So what we need to do is we need to actually refine gas, or well, condense gas, sorry, and put it in here. So we need to go over to the thing here and get the condenser, and we're going to just drop the condenser roughly in the center. And the reason for that is because it produces crude oil and water, and with that water we're going to be putting it in here. And yeah, and then what we need to do is, for this it requires raw gas, so then we can build the gas well, which the gas well is, I just saw it, but there it is, it's right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place this just a little off. No, actually I'm going to place it in line like so. And what I'll do is I'm going to do the piping now, and the reason why I waited now was just because I know I was going to fumble it. So I wait a little bit, but we are all good now. So we'll be able to do this. Oh, like now we'll do a freeway, this way and a corner this way, just like so. And make sure the pipes are all going the right way, and I'm going to do the same up here because I forgot, and they're not. Would you look at that? Now they are going the right way, and they're all flowing outwards into the respective channels. Good. And this is, we can leave this all for now. And for the crude oil, I'm literally just gonna go and put a silo down and just have it build up in the silos, and then make sure the pipes are going the right way, and they are. And we'll just have it gather up in the silos because we're gonna do a different kind of refinery very soon. So with all that out of the way, we're gonna make sure that the water goes into the machine, and all appears to be well, and that will have water-free gas going into there. Now that means we can put the coolant in, which will be for this one here, and then refined gas in the next one. So we'll quickly link that up like so. Just like that. And we'll delete that because I did a whoopsie. And that now should all be good to go. Now we do need to get rid of this residue. So what I will do is I'll quickly just put this that way. Grab these fluid pipes. And for the time being, I'm just gonna put it in a silo. I know I'm gonna give it a luxury one. I'm gonna give it a gold silo, just so I know that this is residue. However, you don't need to put a gold silo down by any means. If you want to, feel free. And there we go. We have almost completed it. We just now need to grab one of our high-powered towers right over here and make sure it is in the range to connect it all, just like that. And we'll connect you to you, you to you, you to you. And we'll use this to power all of the gas-related stuff over here. And now what we should see is that when this is finally fully charged, which is getting pretty close to being, is that we're going to start seeing coolant be spilled into the system, and we should start seeing some residue leave the system. Unless I have messed up some piping here, which I have. So that's all fine and dandy. I believe this pipe back here might have fumbled. Yep, it's not even going in. There we go, that'll be helpful. And now we should start seeing some water gather up into this machine now. And I believe it's actually already refining some. Yes, it is. Look at that. And what we'll start seeing now is that coolant will start spilling out. And these boilers should start getting to temperature. Now they're currently at 18 degrees, but they should spike a good amount. Enough to power some turbines, some might say. So I'm experiencing a bit of a problem right here, and what I'm going to do to fix this problem is I'm not going to indeed remove all of these, but what I'm going to do is, well, I need to remove this. I'm going to replace it, and there we go. We have managed to fix the system a smidge, and the water is now expelling, and it should be using it to heat up these boilers right here. As long as it is getting water in, which it is, and that this is actually expelling, which it does not appear to be because I didn't link it up. Would you look at that? It's crazy work. And these are now going to heat up, and now these should be generating a little bit of steam. I think it needs to be a tiny bit hotter though, which is all fine and dandy. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to add a water pump to the system. Just like that. And we'll have the output going in, obviously. And just like that, we will be generating a massive amount of hot water, which now this has enough to generate steam, which hopefully it starts doing. Same with the other side, we'll be getting up to temperature, and a few of these should also be getting a bit warmer as well. And we'll let it run just for a few minutes. So we've let it run for a few minutes now, and we have hot water production in line and appears to be running good. I need to let the system actually sort of gather up. However, if we look at this right here, we should be getting some power to this station right here, which is all good. And obviously we can use water to boost its efficiency, but I'm not going to just yet because I'm actually going to use this lol. So I do apologize for this hanky-janky tutorial sort of thing, but I'm not professional. I just semi know what I'm doing. So if this was helpful, please like and subscribe, join the Discord which is in the bio, and send me any suggestions in the comments and recommendations. I've been your host Incognis. This is the gas burner setup. I'm going to magically link it up to my batteries now and get rid of diesel because diesel sucks. Anyway, thanks for watching. I've been your host Incognis. Peace.